Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More, and we're at the new laundromat that we're hoping to have open here soon. A lot of news involving this laundromat. We moved over a bunch of machines. We'll show you those. I know I just did a video talking about how many quarters I found in those machines that I got from another evicted laundromat. That was a nice bonus, and I'll try to remember to link to that video, but it should be the most recent video before this one. I have a new layout for this. I talked to a new laundromat kind of person, maintenance, installer guy, and that was very interesting to hear his thoughts on what we should do and shouldn't do. And then we'll have some updates on the time frame, I think, as well. So I bought a small, tiny laundromat in a very small town a few months ago. We've been working on that, got it running. It's doing better, still not making a ton of money or any money, but it's been a very good learning experience. And then this laundromat came up as a place to buy machines from because actually my brother-in-law had mentioned, hey, I know some machines for sale if you want some more. I know you've been wanting some more machines. And I came over here and they were just going to destroy this whole place, gut it, and then turn it into an office or something. I said, don't do that. It's so hard to start laundromats, especially in Colorado with our water situation. I took over the lease, took over the machines, and now I'm running a second laundromat. Still not really knowing what I'm doing, but I'm learning a lot in the process. So that was, a month and a half ago or so that happened. I was hoping to be open at the start of October. Of course, I knew that was probably a crapshoot to get that done. But we're making some progress, even though it looks like a complete mess in here. So these right here are some of the machines I got from the evicted laundromat. So I found that on Facebook Marketplace. Someone had listed actually this machine for sale for like $5,000 or something like that. I thought, oh my God, it's a 60-pound Speed Queen. These are $15,000 to $20,000 new. These never come up for sale. I want to get this. I talked to him. He's like, oh, I have way more machines. I've got a laundromat that we just evicted. Are you interested in everything else? So I made a deal, and for $20,000, I got big machines, lots of smaller machines, some extra dryers, all kinds of stuff, and almost $1,000 in quarters, as it turns out, from quarters that were still in the machines. So we brought those to a shop I flip houses as well and have commercial rentals. So we've got a shop full of supplies and different things. And then we moved these back over here once we figured out what we're doing. But that's not one of the new machines. That's one being repaired from here. These are all from that laundromat. These right here are all from that laundromat. That big one right there, the 60-pound one. And by the way, that weighs 811 pounds, if anybody's wondering. And it fits through that door with about 1 millimeter of clearance. Luckily, it fit in here, but those things are crazy. This is a 50-pound one we got from the other laundromat. Another 50-pound one we got from the other laundromat. Another 40-pound one we got from the other laundromat. And then I also got some top loaders, which, I don't even know if I'll use those or not, but I'm glad I took them because we got some quarters from them. And 8 Speed Queen dryers, just like these. So pretty good haul. And now I've got enough machines to kind of finish out this laundromat with a few left over. So I mentioned before, I've got a couple of guys who are getting up there in age a little bit who've been helping me out. They sold me a couple of machines from my other laundromat, have been repairing some of these machines. Super nice, really knowledgeable, have been a ton of help to me. I don't know what I would have done if I hadn't met them, but it also takes a little bit of time for them to get some stuff done. That's been kind of the biggest challenge there. I met another person who actually was introduced to me through them for installing these machines, because we have these machines here. We do have to install them, put them in. A lot of these are 3-phase power, so have to make sure that's done right. You have to have bases drilled into concrete to use them. You can see we've got some bases here that are already done, but then we have these other bases that we got from the other laundromat with the machines that need to be drilled, laid out, make sure everything's done right there. So this new person I met yesterday, incredibly nice, incredibly knowledgeable. He installs laundromats, he repairs machines, he's a distributor for a lot of the big manufacturers and licensed and insured to repair them and all that stuff. So he was a huge help. What's interesting is that one of the other guys who I've been talking to came at the same time. I didn't know he was coming, and they're friendly, they know each other, but they were kind of disagreeing on what we should do in this laundromat, what we should do with stuff, and which machines need repaired and things like that. So that's a loud noise. I don't know what that was, but oh, maybe they must be emptying the trash out there. That's what they're doing. Yep, I can hear the trash truck. Okay, so they were disagreeing on a few of the ideas and where to put stuff, and so then I'm kind of trying to figure out, okay, do I go with one or the other? Do I do a hybrid plan? Do my own plan? How do I work that out? So I'm going to talk to you what they wanted to do. We have these 3 top loaders here that are Speed Queen, good machines, although this one needs some work, as you can see. I have 2 other Speed Queens from the other laundromat. These are your kind of best top loaders, but there's the theory, are top loaders good? Should you have them at all? And the first laundromat guy I was working with wanted to put all of those up front, right here. So interestingly enough, we took this panel off, and they used to have machines right here up front. You can see the drain lines, there's power, and this right here is actually a base for machines, and they used it as like a bulkhead type thing. So they're small machines. I think they said they're only 18-inch. The smallest top loaders can get. I don't have any of those, so I can't really use this base, but it was interesting to see that. So the first laundromat guys wanted to put all my top loaders up front for people and have that kind of facing the door, have chairs and stuff over here. And actually, hold on, I should have done this earlier. There's my wide angle lens so we can see more. So have top loaders on the right, all your some chairs up front here. But that's kind of the first thing you walk into. Here's my front door. And just for me personally, from laundromats I've gone to and seen, if you walk in and you see top loaders up front, it kind of gives the impression of, ooh, this place is old or it's not very nice. And that's kind of what I was thinking too from that idea. Although it took me some time to, comprehend it and figure that out. But when the other guys started talking about it, I'm like, yes, I had those same thoughts in my head too. So that's always a tricky situation because you have these experts, these people who've done this before, and you want to learn from them and take their advice. But that doesn't mean they're always right about everything. So at some point you've got to use your own intuition and knowledge of different things to figure out what is best, and it's always a mix of the two. And yeah, it can get tricky. But so that was his idea. And then we would replace that row of top loaders here with these Horizons, which is what they are. And then we had all top loaders over here before. We took all those out. Those were like Whirlpools, not very good machines. We removed all those when we moved these in. And so we'd have Horizons here, Horizons there, leave these hoosh. I know I'm not pronouncing that right. It's basically a Speed Queen, but not quite as fancy. There, and we have our bigger machines back here was the first idea. Because I've got my 60-pound, we could move back here. We have to rearrange these somewhat, kind of move this bulkhead out here some, and have all the big machines in back. Well, the new guy came out and said, no, don't do that. Leave this configured just as it is with 250s in back. These are 27-pounders here. Leave those there, and then move all of your new machines up front. So those are the first things you see front and center. So he said, put your 60-pound back there in the corner, your 50, your 40, your 40. I've got another 35 and 40 in my other shop I bought separately. Put those in front, so those are the first things people see when they come in the laundromat, and that'll make it feel much nicer, much newer, draw more people in. I 100% agreed with that. And then he also said, which is kind of a point of contention, get rid of all of your top loaders. Don't have any top loaders at all. You don't need them. They're so inefficient. You shouldn't have them. And he told me like these use 33 gallons or something a wash, where those use like 8 or something. It's ridiculous how much more water these use. The other argument on that side is, well, some people like top loaders. They're easier to understand. They're more like something they might have at home. You need to keep them for those people. But at the 2 big, nice laundromats I've looked at here in town, they don't have top loaders. None. So that kind of makes me think maybe I don't need them. And I don't know where I would put them if I have my big machines up front and a row of Horizons there, these here, another row of Horizons here. I would have to just work in, either take out some of my nicer machines and have a mishmash of top loaders and front loaders. So I think I don't want the top loaders. I think I've made that decision. And I do think I want those big machines up front. And we'll have to, put the bases up there, obviously. But then I brought Nikki over here, who's my project manager and works on flips and commercial properties and rentals and all that stuff. And I don't know if she's as excited about the laundromat stuff as I am. Well, I know she's not. But, we're just talking. She's like, I don't feel like I'm helping out as much on these. It's, I don't have a lot of opinion. But I'm like, what do you think of my idea here? And she brought up a really, really good point that sometimes, maybe it's males or just some people don't think about. If we have chairs up here and you've got a 60-pound machine back there, it's going to stick out past that gray line right there in the floor. And so you're going to have like barely enough room to get a cart through if someone like moves their feet back. And this chair, obviously we're getting new chairs, really nice chair. So you barely have room for that. And then she's like, if you're getting laundry out of one of these top loaders, or front loaders, you open up, you bend down, and you're sticking your butt right in someone's face. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good point. And so I'm like, well, that sucks. So she's like, you can't have any of those up front, or you have the top loaders up front where you don't bend over. But then I had a different idea. So again, I'm giving all these ideas and insights and different things so that you can comment on them and tell me what you think as well. I always love to hear comments. I mean, I'm not always going to listen to them, but I love to read them. I shouldn't say hear them because you're typing it. But I always love to hear, I just did it again, read what people say about this stuff. So I'm like, I have an idea. We'll put the big, nice machines up front. We'll put our folding tables against the window right up here. That way, people aren't sitting here staring at someone's butt. They're folding their laundry if they're there at all, and it leaves room for the big machines and people to fold their laundry. Maybe we put another laundry table right here. Maybe we put another one over here, and then we could put one back in that corner. And then for seating, you can see how much room we have in the middle right here. There's like a counter here before. You might remember they had a wash and fold. I don't think you need that for wash and fold, but I took that out. It was just taking up space. I could put rows of seating right here. So we could have kind of like the airport has back-to-back seating, a row right here. We could have a row right there. We could even have a row right there if we wanted, because that way it gives people separated seating in different areas of the laundromat. And I know I probably don't want to sit by other people if I go to a laundromat. That gives people some separation, places to sit. You've got tables there, a table there, maybe a table here, a table back there. And I feel really good about that configuration now. So again, happy to hear opinions. If there's any of the other laundromat people out there watching my channel and you think I'm just being stupid, you're welcome to tell me. It won't hurt my feelings. At least I won't admit it. And you can tell me if we're being silly or just missing something really easy too. But I think I really like that configuration, kind of a hybrid of the two laundromat professionals' ideas and then a mix of what I think too. So our coin machine is gone. It is off at a coin machine expert guy to get us a new hopper because it only had one hopper in it. And if our laundromat does really good, we'll need both hoppers. So I think that's already open. I don't know why it's doing that. We've also got these old ones, which I don't think work. I don't know. So the soap machine, is it open now? The guy said he was gonna, it is open. So obviously these are in the way, but don't know if that works or not. We probably don't have a key for that side though. We need to check that, make sure it works. Raise the price on those because they're only $1 right now, and that barely covers cost. Get the coin machine back. Get these machines installed. And then paint everything. We may or may not get TVs. I've heard varying things on if those are good or bad. And then get these machines fixed that need to be fixed. Get the floor tidied up and replaced. We've got tiles that can go down here. And we should be pretty good to open. So they are scheduled to come in and install these machines next week. I was really hoping it'd be this week. It's next week now. And after that, we should be really close to being done, as long as the coin machine is back. But along with that lines too, the new laundromat guy I think is more up to date on new things and ideas about coin operation and money collecting. The other guys had said, you might spend $500 to $1,000 per machine to put credit card readers on these. Well, the other guy said with new technology, with crypto wallets, some of the other stuff, they have apps you can use. You might only spend $100 to $200 per machine to give credit card capabilities for people to pay with credit cards. So that is also something, I'm not going to do it right away, but I think that we should do once we get up and running. Just for the sheer fact, if this place is doing really good, you've got to come in here and change out the change and dollars and everything every day or two because they will empty. Now, that'd be a good problem to have, but with the credit card pay and that option, then we won't have as much quarters to change out. It'll be less labor intensive. Again, these, you can tell that drum is loose. That means either a bearing's bad or the shaft is bad. Hopefully it's the bearings, that's easier. The shaft is a giant pain in the butt. So again, I'm like, hey, if not, those two are bad. That one's good, it's tight. But if I've got 2 machines not working, I'm okay with that if all the rest are working. So, but I'd love to get open, get this going, and see if we can get some business. People still come in here all the time trying to use it while we're working. We do have the sign up saying we'll be open soon. That was a suggestion from YouTube, thank you for that. We should have done that a while ago. Another issue, I know this is a long video, sorry. The newer laundromat guy said he built this laundromat. He knows of the ones I talk about all the time. He didn't know of Kersey, my small one. But where I bought the equipment from the evicted tenant, he knew of that one. He knows almost all the bigger laundromats in the state, pretty much. So he helped build this. He knew all about it. He knew where it was and had lots of good ideas there. But now I lost my train of thought. Oh, he said the biggest problem with this laundromat is parking. Because you got the DMV next door. Everybody uses this lot. It gets full. And so I don't know if there's a way for us to redo parking or think about parking, but that's an issue. And I thought, I don't know, I doubt the landlord would do it. But you'd think there'd be enough parking, but we have seen this lot pretty much full before. You've got your trash back here. Old loading docks. This used to be a grocery store, now it's a gym over here behind us. You can see the loading docks are filled in and not being used. I mean, what if we were able to get all the trash cans on that side and put some spots right along here? It'd be tight with that dumpster enclosure right there, but I bet we could get at least a couple, and that sure would be nice to have a couple more spots, but don't know if we can do that or not. All right, there's our counter back there we took out. And here's a light from the parking lot somewhere the landlord took out, so I don't feel bad about leaving that right there for now. That's the laundromat. That's our plan. That's our update. Next week we should have it looking much, much better with machines in place, and then we'll be really close to opening. So love to hear what you think. Love to hear ideas, thoughts, comments, all that. And love to hear if I'm crazy or not. And then hopefully we'll be able to start making some money on this soon, because that's the ultimate goal of opening a place like this. And I would say the other guy said some of his bigger laundromats he works on, they literally have to change out their coin boxes every day because they're making that much money they fill up. So not that that would happen here, but that's something good to strive for at some point. All right, thanks for watching. Be back soon. Let me know what you think. We'll have many more updates here and at the other laundromat soon.